hello. Good evening. This is Petra Patrick, and tonight I'm here with Aspire to Be More. I have Patrick Ogwang with me. Patrick, would you want to say hi?
Yes, hello everybody. Patrick Ogwang, Aspire to Be More. It's a pleasure to host this show. We have some great news for you today as we move forward. Yes, Petra.
Yes, indeed. We have really some powerful surprises coming up with Aspire to Be More. But before we go any further, would you please go ahead and share this video, this broadcast? We don't want anyone to miss out because it's really, really exciting. We have some exciting stuff that we are coming to you with tonight. And Patrick, what are we going to be talking about?
Man, today we're going to discuss about purpose. We believe that everybody has a purpose in life, and as Aspire to Be More, we are a platform that really looks to help many discover what the true purpose in life is.
Okay. So can you elaborate a little bit more on that, Aspire to Be More? What is Aspire to Be More?
Well, it's a platform that we believe that we all have something special in us, that we all have greatness in us, and we come equipped from birth. But through the conditioning process of life, we lose it.
We lose it.
And so we want to help people. That's one wing of Aspire, by the way.
Right.
To discover what the true purpose in life is. We believe that when you find your purpose in life, you actually live a content life.
Wow, that's powerful. That is just so loaded. I'm really excited. And for all of you out there, once again, this is Petra and Patrick. We're talking on Aspire to Be More as an entity, as an organization that we are now part of. Patrick is the CEO, and I'm one of the directors with Aspire to Be More. We have a larger team out there, and they know themselves. We have Isaac, Lisa, Grace, and Susan, and the team is large. We have a team. We have the team throughout, basically. Yeah.
Yes, we've created Mastermind Alliances.
A Mastermind Alliance. I love that. I love that.
Across the States, and it's been wonderful. Yes.
So that in a nutshell is Aspire to Be More. We just a group of people who've come together and want to aspire you to become a greater you. Yeah, because we believe that there's a seed inside of you for greatness, for everybody. Everybody out there, there is a seed. And if at all we can help you activate that seed into motion, set it on motion, or if you're already on motion, we want to help you become even more.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So let's go down on purpose. What exactly is purpose?
Well, I mean, we all, just like I explained earlier, we all have something that we were born specifically to do. And through the conditioning process, through what we go through, we really end up losing it.
Our
experiences. You know, we usually end up losing it. And what we're trying to do here is trying to awaken that seed that is in us, that we believe that everyone has.
Yes.
You know, that has that seed, that gift that was given to you at birth.
Right.
And when you find it and begin to do those things, begin to work on it, to develop it out of you, then you begin to find, more. You realize that there's more to life.
Right.
So yes, so that's what we want to do about purpose. I mean, that's what purpose is all about.
Wow, wow. Yeah, and I think talking about purpose, to me, I think once you can't find your purpose until you start walking that journey, right? You start walking that journey, and there are certain questions that you begin to ask yourself.
Yes.
And sometimes we take those questions for granted, but every time you find yourself asking yourself, what am I here for? You know, what am I here for? What is my purpose? What is the reason for my being, right?
Yes.
Why was I even created in this world? That means you are on the journey to finding your purpose. You've started the journey and you're asking the right questions.
Yes.
So, Patrick, do you think there's any particular way, or what are some of the things that someone can do practically to align themselves with purpose, with their purposes?
Yeah, I think number one is you got to look inside yourself.
Right,
Because
right.
that's where it is. You know, you're not going to find it on the outside. You got to look deep down in yourself and be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Do a self-evaluation of who you truly are,
Who you are.
and
Yeah.
and be fair to yourself. Be real with yourself. You know, you have to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And say, you know what, I am weak in this area.
Right.
I am, strong in this other
Over
area.
here.
Realize, the strength that you have and the weaknesses, and be, self-assessment. But before you even, I think, before you actually go there, is in knowing yourself.
Knowing yourself.
Know thyself.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
What are your values?
Yes.
What do you
are your
stand
values?
for?
What do you stand for?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very critical. I think once we answer that question, then we can begin to figure out why
The
we're
why.
even here.
Yes. So
Right?
purpose answers the why. Purpose
Exactly.
is like your why, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Your
Okay.
why, your purpose, your reason for being. And that's the driving force behind everything else that you do. Because
Right,
now you have
right.
a reason for being.
Wow, wow, wow. And you mentioned something there very powerful.
Yes.
Like you said, be authentic
Yes.
with yourself. So
Yes.
authenticity.
Yes.
Like, sometimes we want to put on a certain face and be like somebody.
Yes.
We act life, but you really cannot act life. you just
You-
gotta be you. If you really want to discover your purpose, you gotta be you.
Yes.
You know?
And that's really unique because each and every individual is created unique
Right.
from the other. And that's a beautiful thing about human beings and people, that we all have something that is very unique, that's very different from another. So you can't really copy it.
Right.
Once you discover your true purpose, you're safe.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You're safe because it can't be duplicated by somebody else.
No, no.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. That reminds me of, you could be out there too. Maybe your grandmother gave you the same kind of advice that when you were faced with that debating assignment or whatever it was in your
Yeah.
elementary or wherever assignment you had, your grandmother probably told you, like mine, that be yourself.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So the first step to discovering your purpose and aligning yourself to your purpose is really being you.
Being you.
And begin to appreciate who you are and how you are, because we believe that you are that way for a purpose. There's a reason why you talk that way. There's a reason why you walk that way. Now, that's not to say that you're perfect. No, but
No.
that's the starting point.
Exactly.
If you can be authentic about that and then begin to embrace it, that will open you up to a new world of beginning to ask the relevant questions, and then beginning to realize that I'm lacking in this area. I don't want to be like this if this is where I want to go. You see, you cannot start a journey if you cannot do an assessment of where you're at. So basically, you're going to try to find out, where am I?
Yes.
Where am I?
And Petra, you say that, and what is really interesting is that most of the work is really done inside of you.
Inside.
It's
Right.
from the inside out. And a lot of times I tell people that we do a lot of studying. We study about everything else and everyone else, right? And we never study ourselves. We don't take the time to study
That's true.
who we truly
That's true.
are. We study everybody else. We do that. We never look deep down inside who are we? And that's a question that you have to answer.
That's true.
As long as you if you're in the mission to find true happiness in life, true contentment in life, is to answer that question, who you are.
Who you are. And as we're in that search of who we are, sometimes we forget that what we're actually looking out for,
Yes.
out there, we're busy searching for,
Is
it's
within.
already in you.
It's in you.
Within you.
Yes.
And so the right question you should be asking is, how do I get this out? How do I get it out? So I think another element to aligning yourself with purpose is really the visibility, right?
Yes. Yes.
visibility and
Yes.
vulnerability.
Yes.
You gotta be able to be vulnerable,
Yes.
right? You're gonna have to be vulnerable, actually, and allow yourself to be seen. Sometimes we're so afraid to be seen because we feel inadequate, right?
Inadequate,
We
yeah.
feel like, okay, some of us even have ideas of what our purpose in life is, but then the fear keeps us back,
Yes.
right? We step back because we feel like we don't really have what it takes.
Yes.
But the moment you make that first step into your visibility of being seen, you just don't know where, you know,
Yeah.
that's going to take you. And
Yeah.
most of people really find their purpose that way. The moment you step out
Yes.
and somebody comes and tells you, you know what, I didn't know you had that in
Yeah.
you, right? Purpose, alignment,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You begin to get aligned with the right people, the right connections,
Yes.
and that is really basically you falling into alignment with your purpose.
With your purpose.
Yes.
With your purpose. You mentioned something. You said fear. Somebody defines it as false evidence appearing real.
Yeah, yeah.
That is, fear is faith in reverse.
Right.
You know, when you really think about it, it is not fear per se. Everybody has faith, right? Everybody does.
Yeah.
It's just that some people use it in reverse, right? So fear is that faith in reverse. You're believing that it is not possible. It's the same energy you use to believe that it is possible. And I aspire to be more. We believe that all things
It's possible.
are possible.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. So I think what we've done here just right now is, in case you've just logged in, we are talking about purpose and how to align yourself with your purpose. And as a team representing Aspire to Be More, one of our core values is really purpose, because we believe that if you can discover your purpose, then you'll be able to achieve what it is that you're meant to achieve. And also we take it as a responsibility to help you get connected with your purpose and run that vision with a passion, you know, that drive that keeps you asking these questions.
Yes.
And so maybe you're out there and you even have some questions. We would really encourage you to go ahead and make connections with us via our Facebook page,
Yes.
Aspire to Be More, or Instagram. And also we have a website, aspiretobemore.com, or you can send us an email at info@aspiretobemore.com. So we'll be glad to hear from you and see how best we can help you. So Patrick, as we continue on
Yes.
the topic of aligning yourself with your purpose, we've talked about being yourself.
Yes.
And what else is there? How you know?
Well, be yourself. And
Yeah.
then once you discover, when you're beginning to discover that, you need to begin to be consistent.
Consistent.
Yeah. And be consistent. And it's going to be interesting because once you
I
do
like
that,
that.
you're going to
Have to write that one down. Be consistent. Yes.
yes, you have to be consistent.
Yes.
And then develop passion, right?
Passion,
because
yes.
automatically, when you're discovering purpose, then you are kind of going into your areas of passion. You know, what are you passionate about? When you find your passion, you're beginning to find your purpose. You know, it's one arm of it. You know, you find, what am I passionate about? What do I like to do? Do I like to speak? Do I like to play basketball? Do I like to help people out? Do I like to work with kids? Do I like to work with, you know, anything, help people in one way? What gives your life a sense of meaning, right? So,
Wow.
so when you find that passion, right? When you find that passion, then you just gotta, you know, you know, you consistently work on the passion, you know, work on it, and that's how you're on your journey to really, you know,
Finding your purpose.
to really find your purpose.
You're
It's a very
aligning
key
yourself.
point. Yes, consistency, passion, you know, find what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Very, very key. A lot of us are doing things we're not passionate about. That is really, you know, the sad part is a lot of us are doing things we're not passionate about. And so we are stuck
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
places where
Yeah.
we shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But we feel like life has conditioned us.
Yeah.
If I can't move, you know, I can't get out of this
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah.
You're trapped.
You're trapped.
right? You feel trapped.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what we're saying at Aspire to be more that you don't have to be trapped.
Right.
There is
There's a
hope.
way out.
There is a lot.
Yes, yes, there's a way out. And I think one of the ways that way out comes, like
Yes.
your escape route, is really simply by showing up.
Yes.
Like that's what I hear you saying. You know, you have that gift of service. Don't
Yes.
just sit there.
Yes.
Get out, get up, get out of that chair, find room to do
Yes.
that service and be consistent with it. It's not
Yes.
just a one-time thing nor a two-time thing, but
Yes.
consistently keep showing up, just
Yes.
showing up, just showing up and be consistent with that.
Yes.
And if it is speaking, then get out, you know,
Yes.
start from where you're at, begin.
Yes.
Do something about it. In other words, be
Absolutely.
and be consistent. Follow
consistent.
through. Follow through.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, there's one
Wow.
that is, we say, we have not
Because we ask not.
because we ask that. So a lot of times we're not asking the right questions. If you want to find out what your purpose is, ask for it. And if you don't know how to ask, you can really find out how to ask, because everything that you have in life and where you are, you asked for it. Somebody said you are where you are because you made an appointment to be where you are at this moment.
Right.
So the same way you did it is the same way you can ask to really find out what your true purpose in life is. And
Wow.
yes, you
Wow.
can ask. It's easier to ask, but there's a lot of people who don't know how to
They
ask.
don't know how to ask. And yeah, you're very right. Ask and you'll receive. You can't get what you've not asked for.
No, you
a lot
can't.
of us are so afraid. And just a real quick story. This is basically
Yes.
kind of personal.
Yes.
Along my journey to purpose, trying
Yes.
to find my purpose. Once the Lord revealed to me that I was being called into this children's ministry, right?
Yes.
Like go and serve the children in Africa, in Uganda. My number one thing was, first of all, the fear, like how do I even do this?
Yes.
Where do I start from? I'm a student. Personally, I have a lot of needs, and now I have to go out there and try to meet the needs of others.
Yes.
I knew very well that was a call inside of me. It was an assignment, but the fear of asking was a big problem.
Yes.
Because I kept seeing it like, you know, I'm not going to beg.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to beg. And this
Your
ministry
pride,
requires
ego.
asking.
Someone
It
said
does.
ego,
And,
you know?
and so until I really discovered that asking is actually power.
Yeah.
You see, asking does not put you on the disadvantage. It puts
No,
you on an advantage. Yeah?
Yes.
Because begging on the other side puts you
Yeah,
on the
disadvantage.
disadvantage
Yes,
side. So
yes.
there's a difference between begging and asking.
Asking.
When you ask, you have been empowered.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You're empowered
Empowered.
to ask.
Yes.
Yeah? And that means wherever you're asking, basically it's already yours. You're just making your desire known. That's it.
Hey, that's it.
Right? Yeah. So
Yeah. but-
that's very powerful. We don't really ask, and yet sometimes somebody out there has the answer.
Yeah. The answers out there all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
There's answers all over the place. We just
Yeah.
don't take the time
Yeah.
to ask and or even learn
Yeah.
how to ask. The intention behind is really what matters. The
Yeah,
intention
yeah.
behind your asking. If you're asking from a good place, you will get. If you're asking from a sincere, honest place where you are, you will find an answer. That is the fundamental difference there. And someone said, when you marry your thoughts, the thought of what you want, with your emotion,
Yeah,
when you marry
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and they're all in sync,
Yeah.
then whatever you ask for, you shall have.
Wow. That's alignment right there.
That's
You're in
alignment.
alignment. Yeah, you're in
Absolutely.
alignment. Wow, 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 wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So being yourself, you heard that. You are looking out to align yourself with your purpose. First point is be yourself. Be
Yeah.
authentic, be
Yeah.
vulnerable, ask the right questions.
Yeah.
Where am I? Find out where you are currently. And then you can start to think about where you want to go.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And-
You yourself, you live a purpose-driven life. you know, for the most part, and you
Well,
inspire
I
me, you
don't
know.
know that.
You know,
I
you live a
don't know
purpose-driven
that.
life, and just impressed at how you know, how you manage it, and how many people would really get to really, you know, take advantage of what it is that you've learned in this country. You know, you've done so much. A very successful non-profit organization, Petra Kids Ministry is
Thank
great
you.
initiative. I
Thank you.
think you can expand that. I'm sure that's where your passion is, and as Aspire to be more, we,
Yeah.
you know. One of the services help nonprofits. You know,
Wow.
how many nonprofits are out there that people have passion, right? The purpose for living, and we struggle with setting it up. You know, you find a purpose, you say, okay, now I'm going to do this. I have found a purpose in life, but how do you structure your leadership? How do you know, appoint your board? How do you, who do you call? Where do you get the resources? How do you get the funding for your nonprofit? I think, you know, it's a very valuable tool for Aspire to be more.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm glad and honored to be part of this team. We definitely have a lot we can talk about
Yes.
regarding purpose.
Yes.
And as we continue talking about alignment, aligning yourself with your purpose, I think one of the things I hear you say is that purpose really comes also along with connections.
Yes.
As you begin now to, you know, zero down on those questions of why am I here, beginning to answer your why, then you begin to direct yourself to get connected with the right people. And as you do that, as you connect with the right people, your vision begins to get clearer. Begins to get, because it's the right team, it's the right people. Basically, you're in sync, right?
Absolutely.
Like Petra Kids coming together, working with Aspire,
Yes.
and then Aspire
Yes.
going and working with another organization.
Organization.
As a matter of
Okay.
fact, this afternoon we had a powerful,
Yes.
powerful meeting with another powerful nonprofit
International,
here,
yeah.
international, global. So we're very excited about that connection as well.
Yes.
And then of course the speaking engagements
Yeah.
that are coming up. So
Yes.
every time you aligning yourself with your purpose, connections will come, and it's not just connections, those are divine connections. It's meant to propel you to the next step.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, once you begin on that journey, then you realize a lot of times, even your friends that you thought were friends will kind of not understand you anymore when you begin on that journey. And even though they still remain your friends, it's just that you are now vibrating at a different length because you're beginning to attract your purpose. So you begin to align with those
Yes.
that are in direction with what you'd want to be.
What you want
and
to
and the
accomplish.
help is there.
Yes.
It's all around. But it's just waiting for you to accept and to begin to chase what your true purpose is. And when you begin to do that, then the help is on the way.
Comes.
The universe begins to pave a
Wow.
way for you. You know, the blessings begin to come. I mean, the meeting we had this afternoon, I mean, you
Very
know, I would have never, you would have never, we never had a chance had
Yeah.
we not begun to live this purpose-driven life direction. And
Wow.
whatever it is. Yeah.
So basically, as you pursue your purpose, you also have to be a little choosy, selective. In other words, you have to avoid distractions. Because
Too much.
you know, there's so much distractions that come along the way as you're trying to achieve that goal, right? To attain that goal that you have in mind. Lots of distractions out there, and some of them look so great. It looks so noble.
Yes.
But the question you want to ask yourself is, how is this adding value to my purpose that I'm pursuing? How is this adding value to my vision
Yes.
that I want to achieve?
Yes.
If you can answer that, and it's always about somebody out there, it's okay to serve, but it's two-way.
Yes.
You see, I give
Yes.
and I receive.
Receive,
I
yes.
give and I receive.
Yes.
So it's not selfish to ask that.
No.
It's not selfish to ask, how does this align
Yes.
with my
With
vision?
my vision.
How do I bring in this, and how
Yes.
do I incorporate this other thing that looks so great, so noble? How do I incorporate it into my bigger purpose?
Bigger purpose.
If you cannot figure that out, it's probably something that is coming as a distraction at that moment. Probably it's something you might pack it on the shelf and let it wait for a later time.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah, and even before you get there, which
Yeah.
what I think is very interesting, is that, scientists say that 80% of our thoughts are negative. We only have
Wow.
20% that is positive. And 95% of the 80% is repetitive.
We're thinking it over
We
and
are
over
thinking
and
over
over.
and over and over and over again. You talk about distractions. The distractions inside of you. That's why it's important to go back inside and ask and really question, what thoughts am I thinking? Right?
Yeah.
Because if those thoughts are what are controlling you and distracting you from finding your true purpose, and once you can go into that hard drive, because the subconscious mind is really your hard drive, and you never clean it up, you never do any maintenance on it, you don't clean it up, you don't do anything, then it's running viruses,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
And so you would consistently distracted. There's distraction on the outside, but most of the distraction is internal.
Internal. You fight with that
You fight
every
with
day.
it every day. It's
Yeah.
in your mind.
Wow.
Yes, and so the work has to be done in your mind in the journey of trying to find purpose. The work has to be done in your mind, and sparing enough, everybody is competing for your mind.
Right.
They want it so
They
bad.
want some space on
They
it.
want some space on there, How many gigabytes do you have in there?
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody wants some space. So in finding purpose, I think distraction, like you said, is
Yeah.
very key to kind of disconnect. Someone said everything works, most of the time when you plug it out and then plug it back in,
Yes.
right?
Wow.
So, most
Having time to
electronics do.
unplug.
Yes, you have to unplug out of the system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's another point. Unplug out, some quiet time, and
yes.
find
Yes.
thyself, connect with
Yeah.
thyself, and find purpose.
That's so powerful. That is mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Yes.
You got to be cautious, cautiously cautious.
Yeah, and being present.
And being
right?
present.
Yes.
That's a presence of mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's powerful.
That's what it is. Yes.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
So, switch gears here a little bit.
Yes.
What is in store as far as Aspire is concerned? Aspire to be more.
Oh, wow. Aspire to be more. When we have such the resources, the human capital that we have is just enormous. It just gives me joy because we have been able to create a mastermind alliance across the country, and we're working together. A mastermind alliance being a corporation of two or more people working together in this to attain a major objective in the spirit of harmony. That we are choosing to work together to attain a definite major objective. So Aspire to be More has created a lot of mastermind alliances across the country.
Yes.
And we're using those to expand. One of the areas we want to look at is that, we're talking about finances, right? And we as people are struggling every day with finances. They don't know how to invest in the United States, in the diaspora here. And we have that. We are going to roll out a business investment forum.
Wow.
That's going to come out, and we want to show the investment opportunities that are around you. People don't know that you can actually buy land in the United States for $3,000 or even less $1,000. You can get land. You can get property for cheap. It's all over, but because this information is not out there, right? So we don't take advantage of things like that. So
Right.
Aspire to be More, we are going to launch, a business investment forum where we are specifically targeting investing in real estate and with focus on individuals.
Yes.
On individuals
Yes.
to put some money back into their pockets. And just like you mentioned earlier, we're also going to be working with I want to mention the name of this man.
It's tempting, huh?
It's very tempting to mention this very powerful international organization that we're going to be working with, and we're going to be rolling into Uganda
Yes.
and Africa
Yes.
in general. Really going out there to pour our resources and hearts out to the different countries
Yes.
in Africa. I am so
Yes.
excited about it. I can't believe it, but it's real. It's actually playing out. So that's what we're going to be doing for that. We also have a couple other objectives coming up. We talked about working with nonprofits. If you have any nonprofits, you want some guidance, consultation, we'll help you out. You know, get that to you. So you want to start businesses? Hey, we help you out with it. If you need some help with that, please reach out to us. We help you out start businesses. If you need any speaking engagements, call us. We'll be more than glad to talk about a business, talk about success.
Yes.
You know, motivational speaking, nonprofits. You know, we have a variety, a range, and you check out our website for what will be listed out there. We're still working on it. It's getting there. We're building it up because it's just too much content. You know.
I love that.
So,
I love that.
So yeah, so that's where we're projecting to head into. Yeah.
It's a lot in store.
It's a lot in stores, and we'll break it down once in a bit, you know, slowly by slowly.
So please connect with us, and again, send us your questions and comments, and would really love to connect with you and get engaged with you from whatever perspective. Maybe you want to partner with us, or maybe you want to be a client. Just learn from what we have learned. Whatever it is that we're sharing is really life experiences, and I feel like that is what makes Aspire to be more very unique, because we are walking our stories.
That's right.
So we have, like, again, a team of so many people that have come together and formed a mastermind alliance. And working towards that goal, attaining that goal in the spirit of harmony. So we are looking forward for what has to come. And we'll be coming back to you with more broadcasts in the near future. But for tonight, I think we want to wind it here. Did you have anything to throw out there?
I want to say thank you to everybody that's watching. This Aspire to Be More 2020. We're just getting started. You know, we have quite a bit on our plates, and we're looking forward to work together, work with you. Reach out to us in our Facebook page, Instagram. We have a Twitter too. You know, we can go. So either way, just reach out to us, and we'll be glad to work with you. Want to shout out to everybody that is watching this live. We appreciate your support, and everybody on Team Aspire, everybody that's born into the vision. We really, really do appreciate you. Please critique us. Critique us, help us get better.
And be kind.
Be kind. Don't be kind. That's okay. We'll take a hard critic. You know, that's okay. So critique us, please. And yes, we want to grow and be better. Be here for you.
Thank you. So thanks also goes to our camera person here in the studio of Aspire to Be More, none other than Elisa Mangesho.
Thank you, Elisa.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now. Blessings.